Happy Friday. Unfortunately, Fridays have become a bit of a takeout night, and we're going to try and change that, but you know what? We're just going to roll with the punches tonight. So we are at Buffalo Wild Wings doing obviously a takeout delivery. Uber Eats, unfortunately, just stopped having couriers at the moment for whatever reason for here, so we had to order through their site and just pick up, which is not a big deal. I do try to limit us to takeout once a week, and even that, I would obviously like to do a heck of a lot less, but that is a compromise because sometimes it is what it is. We need to do a grocery shop. We weren't sure if we were going to go to the cottage or not this weekend. Obviously we've not because we're still in the city. This is the side that's Oakville, so it's open, and the other side of the street has my beloved Michaels and Chapters and is deemed Mississauga. And I think this morning I heard that Mississauga is staying closed and locked down with stay-at-home orders and all that stuff until March 9th-ish, I think. I don't know if they've officially announced that, but that was kind of the rumor. So Scott and I are going to get our food, and then we are going to watch this week's episode of WandaVision. If you're just trying to get into it, you need to commit to the first 3 episodes, which are a little bit challenging, and then the 4th one, it really starts coming together, and it's just really, really good. So I will say no more because I know this is atrocious lighting, and I will show you guys a little bit later. This is my current view. I'm under a blanket, crocheting a blanket while watching YouTube. I have actually been really good this week. So I mentioned in my last vlog that I had watched a morning routine and that I was going to kind of challenge myself to get up early. And I managed it with ease. And that's just mind-blowing. So a couple of things I said to myself, I was going to try and get up earlier, and I was going to try and get off of my tech. So I was successful 2 out of the 3 nights. Last night I wasn't, because I was trying to edit the video that went live on my channel today. So if you haven't seen it, I share my how I managed to fail the Chloe Ting challenge twice. So that's up on my channel. So I ended up being on tech until 9:45, and I was telling myself by 9 or 9:30 latest. So I think the first 2 nights, 9 o'clock, I was done. I was close, walk away, whatever the case may be, read my book in bed. And then last night, like I said, didn't. And then tonight, it's 9:30 right now, and technically watching YouTube would be technology, but I just want to kind of work on my blanket, and just staring at the crocheting while doing it is not enough, so I kind of like to have some background. But I'm now watching Fashion Rumbler. I was going to watch In the Fro. I was going to watch another one of Vic's videos, depending on the time. But yeah, I just thought I would check in. I don't always check in on Fridays, but I thought I would. And my blanket's coming along. I'm chuffed. My little tiny, what's left of my skein looks like a little pineapple. My goal, I say to finish it, to get rid of this done over the weekend. I still have 4, I think I have 4 skeins still to get through. So this is a personal sized blanket, but it's gonna be nice and long. It's taking a while. It takes me a while, but you know what? I'm enjoying it, and that's all that really matters. So I'm gonna get back to that, and I will see you guys in the morning. So hopefully you can hear me. I'm not talking too loud because Scott's actually still asleep. It is 10 to 6 in the morning. But on a Saturday, I've always been someone else I just want to sleep until I absolutely have to get up. But I feel really good. So I'm going to spend the next few hours doing some work stuff like I typically would on a Saturday. But given the hour, I'll be finished even earlier and have even more of my rest of my day to do whatever I want. It was a little bit more of a struggle to wake up this morning, only a little bit, just because I was up a little bit later last night. Given that it was kind of Friday night, I wasn't, like I said, as tech-free or going to bed as early, but I think I was still in bed by 11-ish, maybe just after 11. I actually didn't look at the time, but I was falling asleep on the couch watching YouTube, so figured it's probably time to go to bed. So I'm just making my tea, and I have my breakfast, and then get started on some work stuff. Hello. So it is about 12:30. I ended up working a lot longer than I had anticipated, because I was just getting into all this planning and stuff, and then I'm going to do some marking tomorrow morning. I'm in one of those moods where I want to do stuff, but I just don't know where to start. I don't know what I want to do. I think I'm going to do, take some photos with all of my candles. All of them. I have a huge candle collection. Actually, I have not personally bought a candle in several years. Scott's got me a few different candles over the last couple of years. His workmate had to come and grab something from him, and he had another set of candles in the back, and Scott picked up a couple more, and he's been obsessed. Scott has been obsessed with my the stress-free one, like the eucalyptus one, and twice this week, 2 or 3 times this week, I've come home from work and he's burning it. And Scott doesn't really do the candle thing. He doesn't like the scents. He's kind of like my dad in that regard, which is another reason why I have so many candles, because I haven't been burning them, because I know that, you know, they're not really scents that he's overly fond of. But the one thing I have been able to do and use is my diffusers. Scott really likes like the orangey scents in the diffusers, so I'm allowed to do those ones like on a regular basis, and they're great. And he comes in and goes, takes a little sniff. But for whatever reason, he's obsessed with my stress-free one, and he's burnt through quite a bit of it. And I'm thankful I have 2 of them, but I just keep teasing him because I was just like, who are you? And I have this one candle that he got me last year that I kind of forgot about it, to be quite honest. But it's so aesthetically pleasing because it's all black. And Scott has been literally pestering me to burn it, and I've just not been ready to burn it. Like, I wanted to get some nice photos of it because I just, like, it was in my closet, like in our linen closet. So I'm finally taking some photos of that today, because if I don't, I fear for it. He's just gonna take it and do it. So I have it set up. Actually, I'll just show you guys. I have it set up on the shelf. So that is the Nano or Effervescent Scented Candle. And like, doesn't this look so luxe? It's just so pretty. So anyway, so he's like obsessed with the fact that it's all black. And I'm just like, I kind of like it on the shelf. Obviously I wouldn't burn it while it's on here. But I just thought it'd be kind of fun to get all of my candles out and just take a photo of them. So I have created another Instagram account. I'm not sure if I mentioned it already, but I do have kind of like a home one, just because I feel like, as much as on stories it's cool to share some of those things, it's just not really a lot of the content that I'm sharing. I don't know, I have a mixed feeling on like what to share, and I'm trying to kind of hone my Instagram feed and just think about, you know, I don't know, all the things. I digress. So some of the house stuff I didn't really think about sharing on my personal page, so I created an account for Scott and I. It's kind of inspired by, like, you know, in the Fro home, this old house, I think it's this old house, whatever Fashion Mumbler's house account is, then the Mill and Gordon's. So like, there's just little ones where it's like you can share stuff that's not necessarily niched things. So I thought, everyone seems to have candles. I know everyone used to go absolutely bananas for the Bath & Body Works sales, and I know there's a couple candles that I have repurchased because I love the smell of them. So I have my seasonal ones. I kind of like pull out obviously more fruity ones in the summer, and then my like warmer scents for winter and for like, the holidays and stuff like that. So that'd be fun to kind of just see just how many I actually have. And I have them hiding all over the place. I know I have a thank you candle from one of my students a couple of years ago that's sitting in what I call the man drawer, the man shelf of our bar. So I'm gonna just go find them and pull them out and do that. And then I've been doing my Duolingo. So I'm sure I've mentioned this over the years, like whenever I did like a resolutions or something video, goals. I've always talked about languages and how I really want to pick up French again. So fun fact, I did French up till university. I started in first year for it, and originally I was going to be a French teacher, and that didn't work out. And I kind of fell off. Like when I stopped doing university, I didn't do very much. And I found out recently, because I'm terrible at maintaining one of my email accounts. Oh, both of them, but one more than the other. I didn't realize that Rosetta Stone is now null and void, and I missed the opportunity to have a free version of their exclusive like online one. So now I basically have to pay for it again, which is a real piss off, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm using the current free Duolingo account, and I'm doing it, I think I have it scheduled as like 15 minutes a day. So I'm trying to keep my streaks going. I've not been super successful in that because I was trying to, I would do it in the evening, but then I would do it as I'm trying to go to sleep, and then I'm just not in the right like headspace for it. And as much as I'm still absorbing it, it wasn't ideal. So this week with me getting up really early, I was trying to incorporate that into like the wake up, have my cuppa, do some French. So I'm on day 3. I should be on day 4, but I did freeze my streak yesterday because I went to bed. But anyways, doing that aside, so that's been something I've worked on just a few minutes ago. And I just want to do some photography for like my blogs. I haven't really done any blog posts recently. I'm just kind of stuck. And so I'm going to just kind of look around at some of my other local like Torontonian YouTubers who are also bloggers and stuff like that, and just see what people are writing, because like I want to write about more than just beauty stuff, but I also love how some people like in the fur like incorporate beauty stuff into just other kinds of posts. So I'm just gonna look around and share that. And I also think that I overthink blog posts, that they have to be, you know, super long form content, because you know that gets read longer, and you know all these like statistical things about it. And sometimes I just want to write and just enjoy it. So I'm gonna just find that balance. And again, that's one of the things that I get stuck in my head, and I just have a hard time kind of, you know, freeing my mind from that. So that, I think, is what we're gonna do this afternoon. Also want to address the book situation. When I put my bookcases up, almost a year ago now, that's mind-blowing, I kind of sorted like ones that are series versus other ones that may have like similar authors. I guess some of them were series as well, but I had one side that was more so series. And I got a whole bunch of these books from Scott's mom, because she would consistently purge books from the kids over the years. And there's some that unfortunately I don't have the full series anymore, because obviously like they've just been separated over the years. But I always go through them, and some stuff goes to my classroom, like the stuff that's younger, and when I taught 7 and 8, not so much for my grade 4s. But there's some that I'm like, okay, I keep them because they look really cool, and I'm like, maybe I'll read them. So I want to actually look through them and see if it's something I genuinely think I'm going to read, because I do want to read a lot more this year. There's also a lot of like new books that I don't actually own that I want to read. So I'm kind of trying to find the balance of like books that I have already and books that I want to get. And then this is the other side, other books. And again, just kind of mismatched. And then I also want to go into my basement. Like, yo, my brain is just like, do all the things, and I can't do all the things. But I do know that I wanted to film an IGTV with my extensions. I wanted to do that because I do want to use the Dyson diffuser today. I want to do the curly girl method, basically. And I haven't done it for a while, so I was like, I wanted to do that, but I can't do that with the extensions, so I might need to film this first. So maybe I'll go film that so that I can have a shower. Eventually, maybe I'll do my 10-3:30. I'm not sure if I'm going to start it this month or just wait until March, which I know I shouldn't say I shouldn't do, but we'll see. So yeah. Hopefully you guys are having a productive day at this point when you're watching this. I'll chat in a bit. You guys, when I tell you it was a struggle, an absolute struggle to film that IGTV, nothing's cooperating. Couldn't remember what I was trying to say. I was going off on tangents and just like complete mind blanks. And then my hair just was not cooperating whatsoever. So yeah, there's that. Love that for me. But it's done. I'm gonna edit it. I think it took me 5 or 6 takes. It was not fun. Not fun at all. I've curled my hair, I've straightened my hair, or attempted. It does not look straight, but it's way less curly than it was earlier. I am going to change. I actually put the shirt back on because this was the shirt that I wore in my initial hair extension video, so I just thought it'd be kind of fun to wear again. So I'm going to get changed and move on to something else. Good morning and happy Sunday. It is 20 to 8. So I did get up about an hour ago. I did sleep in a little bit today. So last night I was super tired. I like KO'd just after 9 o'clock. So I figured that was going to end up waking me up even earlier. And it did. Woke me up just after 3. So I went back to sleep. And then my Fitbit had actually died yesterday, so when I was charging it, I went to sleep, and so I said to Scott, when you come to bed, bring me my Fitbit. And he's like, if I remember. So I guess I was just awake enough. As I heard him coming to bed, I yelled Fitbit, and then he threw it at me, and I, like, in my sleep, like, put it back on so I'd have my alarm in the morning. I did wake up with the alarm, but I just was like, you know what, it's just, I don't need to get up right now. So Slept in for a little bit. I think it was almost 6:45 then I actually got up and just had my breakfast and made myself a cup of tea. I got my little workstation up. I'm going to do some marking this morning, and that's basically all I'm going to be doing for like work-wise, obviously. A few written tasks I need to mark and get a couple things organized for tomorrow. But other than that, hoping to get that all done out of the way in the next couple of hours. I think I'm going to do a little bit of stuff in the basement. I do want to film a reel today because I eventually need to return it to Scott's mom. And so I wanted to get that done. The last time I did curly girl method, all day I had like students all asking me if my hair was wet. They're like, shouldn't it be dry by now? And I'm like, it's not wet. It doesn't need to be dry. I'm like, it is dry, it just looks wet. So I've always kind of like not wanted to do the curly girl method while going to work. So I didn't really want to do it today for tomorrow because I just was gonna count how many times the kids said it. So we'll see. We'll see. I might, and I don't really want to do it and then wash my hair again because that's silly. Other than that, I don't think I have any other plans for today. Could I do some laundry? Probably. I don't think I really have that much because I did laundry last weekend. And unlike other adults in the world, I don't have to do laundry every weekend because I have so many clothes. Just saying. But yeah, I might go into the basement a little bit, might do some more online stuff, and I'll check in with a bit. So Scott makes fun of me because whenever I come home, I'm like, you want to see what I got? Because I'm a child. So he comes flying down the stairs when I come home, and he's like, show me what you've got! And I was like, what? I haven't actually been to a shop in a while. I was trying to think of that earlier. I don't think I've been out for quite a bit. Scott does all the groceries, and I just go to and from work. But this was the somewhat necessary, somewhat unnecessary shopping bits. Home, beauty, school situation. So, printer paper, multiplication, division, flashcards. I finished this with my kids, but I really need to reinforce it with some of them, so I'm going to bring those into work. I finally found medium and long length Kiss nails. I have only seen short for so long, so super thrilled about that. Needed some new rubber gloves because Scott was using mine and broke them. So now he has a pair, and I have a couple pairs. I've been getting these vacuum seal bags from, not this brand, but I've been getting vacuum seal bags from Dollarama, and I've had some great luck with them. But I haven't been able to find bags that were quite large enough for bedding, so the fact that these ones were bedding and linen, super excited for that. Ziploc had their own bundle, but it was way more expensive than this one. I think it was almost $10 more, so I figured I'd pick up this one. I thought that these would actually be a really good size for doing like little space buns, you know, lady stuff. Picked up a brown liquid eyeliner, excited for that one. Teeth picks. Yeah, Scott and I were thinking about getting a water pick. Actually, I was going to get it for his birthday, but then he remembered, so now he knows. But I picked these up before he said anything. Some new masks, just because a lot of mine are Christmas themed and winter, and I want some new ones. I got some mesh laundry bags. So I tend to do my bras and underwear separate from everything else, so I've never really used one of these, but I wanted one for my masks. I'm sick of hand washing them. And those are Scott's gloves. And then I picked up some foaming tub and tile cleaner so that we can clean our backsplash a little bit better and our tub. And then I got this. I tend to use acetone-free nail polish remover just because I have been warned that, acetone's not that great for you. But I have the dip powder nails from Rosy Nails, and I want to use it, but I didn't want to have it on and not have something to take it off with. So now if I get other dip colors, I can remove it at home. So that's my mini haul. Oh, I also picked up blue recycling bags. I'm going to enjoy my tea. I got a tea from McDonald's before I left Walmart, and feeling pretty accomplished. I'm going to go put my masks in the wash, though, so I can have clean masks this week. Hello! So I have tried to make this cup of tea 4 times now. At least 4 times I put the kettle on and then completely forgot about it, and then subsequently had to put it on again. So I'm finally making my cup of tea. I am literally in a million places right now because that's how my brain works. So I'm in my basement, I'm in my office, I'm on the main floor. I want to do one thing, but then need to find out how to get said thing or do said thing, and then I have to move other things, and it's just like, I can't, for whatever reason, tackle one space at a time. It's just kind of not my thing. I've very much become set on like really trying to purge things. It's just hard to like find the time because I don't want to blindly purge stuff. I think I've mentioned this before, like I know that I'll purge something and then need it later for like work or something. My task this summer, and yes, I said this summer, is I'm going to digitize a lot of my print examples and other things from work so I don't have to hold on to them anymore. I'm gonna buy myself another external hard drive that's exclusively for school stuff. So that is the plan. Hello. So I'm in my basement, which I'm not going to talk about because I mentioned a lot. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Tidied a few things recently and like tucked some bins away and moved empty bins, which I now have a pile of empty bins over here. And obviously not going to get rid of them, but like, what's an ideal way of using bins that aren't filled? Who knows? But there's a few things that I need to sit down and go through. But I'm trying to move my shoe racks. So I'm going to show you my basement, but like, don't judge me. So I have these 3 shoe racks, which I actually think my very first TikTok was me building them, and then like, never again. And they're going to go over here. Because usually this looks a little bit nicer. It's all my bags and stuff, and then an absolute ton of reusable bags. So I want them to live here. But I need to get through this first. And then this is full of books. And this is full of books. And they need to go here. Somewhere. Because they're not going to be used for a while. So I'm trying to clean out that area. Because it's got bins and stuff. And then this I think I'm going to try to bring to my office. And I'm going to try to use it there. I just feel compelled to use every drawer if I bring it up. So I'm like, what else can go in there? So, we'll see. But I started cleaning out there, and then I've got, so you used to be able to walk down that part of my basement. It was like 2 little corridors, and it's now full of golf clubs, fans, and office chairs. And then we've got bikes everywhere. So we need to find a way to store bikes. I've seen some cool wall mounting ones. Kind of tempted to get the ones where they stick out and just kind of like you hook the wheels on and stick them under the stairs. But then it's gonna kind of kill the under stair storage situation that I was trying to use and capitalize. So I wouldn't be just constantly filling up like the borders of the basement. But I just have so much shit. So I'm going to come and grab this 10 drawer unit. And I'm going to bring it upstairs. I have this issue. I'm not sure why. I genuinely don't understand why I have the sentiment that I do. But I always fear running out. I don't know if that's an actual thing. But for whatever reason, I have an issue with feeling like I'm going to run out of something. And like, not normal things you can run out of, like toilet paper and tissue boxes. But just things... just random things. I'm just scared that when it's all gone, it's gone, and then I'm not going to be able to replace it, or some such nonsense. And I genuinely I'm sure there's a much deeper reason into that. If we wanted to get all psychological and stuff, I could probably think of a few things that might have caused that, but it's just such a weird thing that I'm trying to get over, and yet somehow can't. So these are all the candles I was talking about. So I have Let's Get Lit, and the other one that I said was Gotta Light, because love me a funny. But I kind of organized them a little bit based on scent, or like when I got them. So these 2 are the newest ones, along with these 3. This is the backup version of the one that Scott's been burning like a madman. Then I have one of my all-time favorites. This is probably the only candle that I've actually repurchased. I think this is my 3rd one. I burned through the first one so fast, and it was a really popular scent the year that I started liking it. And they couldn't keep it in stock, and I had to like stock them before I got my hands on another one, and then I think they'd repackaged it, and there's that. This one's also a brand new one that I got from Scott this year from Christmas. And then, oh, sorry, I lie. I got so many. So these 3 plus this are what I got this year and last year? No, all this year. This one, that one. This little guy, as I knock this over. This little guy. And then this was recent, and these two were recent, and that came with the Christmas order. And then I have this one, the Holly Berry Balsam, which I literally only burn like the week of Christmas. It's basically a Christmas tree in a jar, but it's like the scent throw on that is potent. So it's actually a little hard for me to burn for very long because I start to get a headache with that one. Then I have my like winter warms, my fruit yummies. These ones are kind of, I think it'd be spring or summer, fall, like kind of whatever. This one I've had for so long and I stopped burning it because I really liked it. And it wasn't one that I kept seeing come back. But again, it could have been renamed by now because I find that some get renamed. But the French baguette is really tasty. And then the little guys, I have Holiday, which I've never burnt. And actually, my aunt gave it to me with one of the little holders. But it's like, it smells like cinnamon hearts, and I'm not a big cinnamon fan. But I've always kept it because it's pretty and I like it, and it makes me think of my aunt. I have Caribbean Escape, Apple Crumble, Strawberry. Now, I have probably, I think, half a dozen, maybe more, empties in my cupboard that I'm going to melt the remaining bit of wax out of and then repurpose them, perhaps. We'll see. But yeah, that was my giant. It actually, oddly, like it doesn't look like a lot. Let me know if this is an obscene number of candles from your point of view, or if you think this is totally normal. So that is basically a wrap on my Sunday. I've done a little bit of rearranging in my office. I've moved back the green cushion that I had kind of tucked away by my unit over here. So that green cushion used to sit in here, but I figured it kind of goes more with my aesthetic than the blue pillow. So I've got my folding table, which I've been using for filming, my collapsible stool, tripod. I also realized that my ring light can fit on my Gobi tripod. Super happy about that. DSLR can be on my full-size tripod, and I can just put the Gobi one and like clamp it around the bottom, around the base. So that's really good. Also things I didn't get to, but what else is new? Not sure how I feel about the set of drawers here. So right now it's here. I had it on that side, but then my closet door couldn't open. And I'm not sure what's going to bother me more, it not fully opening or this being so close to my mirror, because I have an outlet. Don't really want to block the outlet. So it would have been perfect if it nestled in here, but it's literally like just a little bit too big. I was going to hang the wire rack, which used to be in my bedroom at my dad's place, underneath, and just catch and hold on to the things that I wanted to put away for work stuff. So still an option, still a thought, but I do like having so many of these because it means I can empty out a few things from in here. But that's basically it. I'm going to do my French lesson, and I'm going to do my bullet journal setup for the week, and I'm going to go to bed so I can hopefully continue my early morning routine. So I'll catch you guys later. See ya!